Hello, you're very welcome along to this class. I'm going to share with you how you can put downloadable vouchers onto your website and your newsletters so people can click and buy there and then. It is super handy. Really handy for you and really handy for your clients. I've actually had people buying newsletters more than once on Christmas morning, and you can imagine clients from a client's point of view. Auntie Mary is arriving and they have completely forgotten to get her a present. Hop onto the website, click, 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 there you go, there's your present all sorted. So 4 things that we need to do in order to get our vouchers downloadable on our website and our newsletter. First of all, create vouchers on Canva, and create vouchers will also create some buttons as well. I won't go into too much detail on this just because we've already have the Canva class, but I'll just give you a brief little walkthrough, and if you're stuck with anything, either pop over to the Canva class or come into the group and let me know. Then what we need to do is upload printable vouchers onto your website and then link those printable vouchers to pages so people can download them. I'm going to break this down for you in little itty bitty steps, so I promise it's not going to be confusing. And once you've done this once, you will just whiz through it. Then we need to set up a payment option so people can pay for the vouchers. You want them to be able to pay for the vouchers there and then. And then we're going to be able to use the pictures, the buttons, the links, etc. to put downloadable vouchers onto your newsletters that people have the option of buying. So to start with, creating vouchers and buttons on Canva and downloading them so you can use them on your website and your newsletter. So first of all, we go into canva.com, and then we're going to go to create a design, which is up here in the top right. When we click on that, we get an option of putting in a search. So you just put in gift and you get different options of gift certificates. If you put in gift vouchers, you won't get anything. I think Canada must be from the US maybe, and they call them gift certificates. And try any of those you want. I usually pop down to the spa gift certificate. And what happens then is that you get different options of gift certificates and you can choose the one you want. You can also make your own. And again, as I say, all the little techniques of Canva with changing pictures, changing colors, changing fonts, etc., are all in the class on Canva. So when you have made a voucher that you want, now I wouldn't leave it like that, but just picking that for quickness, we're going to first of all download it as a PDF. A PDF is the print version of the voucher. And then we're going to download it as a JPEG. A JPEG is the picture. So you go into download, you click up here, this comes up, and then you have different options. You click there, you get a drop-down menu with all kinds of things, including videos. And you can choose, first of all, PDF, and then click download. Oops. And then you go in and click on the download button, choose JPEG, and again, click download. So fairly straightforward. So we have created a voucher, and now it's a really good idea to have buttons that people can click on. When I'm creating a button, I would usually create it as a Facebook post. So create a design, drop down menu, choose Facebook post. And that's what you get. Then I'm going to click on elements. And when you click on elements, you get all these different options. And then in the search bar, I'm going to type in shapes. I usually like this one. It's a square, but it has curved edges. You can obviously play with the different shapes and see which ones you like, but I like that one, and you can change the shape of it too fairly easily. So if you want to change the shape, you click on these little circles, etc., and you can push it out, you can push it in, you can bring it to any shape that you want. So there it is, I just pushed it into a kind of a rectangular shape. If you want to change the colour, now because I use that colour a lot, it just came up as a default when I clicked on the shape. To change a colour, just go up here. You first of all click on what you're working on. To change anything in Canva, first of all you click on what you want to change, and then you get options for that particular element. And then you come up here to colour, and you just click on the little colour box, and then you get options of different colours that you can use. If you have the Canva Pro version, you can set up a colour palette where you put in the colours of your website, so it's really handy, just so you haven't got to go looking for the colours or anything like that. If you're just choosing a colour, you can have a look at some of these. They're not actually great, some of them. But what you can also do is put in a hex code. You type in the hex code, it starts with a hashtag, and then you have different numbers. So if you have a website or basically any picture, every colour has a hex code. So you can type it in and get that exact shade. So the colour I'm using is from my website. I use it all the time. And that's the exact shade on the website, and then I have it in social media posts, etc. as well. If you would like some help and you want me to show you how to get the hex code of your website or pictures or whatever, let me know and I'll throw up a short video for you. So anything that you're stuck with at all in any of the classes, just say that I don't understand that bit. I'll either explain it to you or show it to you. And then I'm going to, well, text obviously is a good idea. Well, you have to have text on a button, Jenny, don't you? So you come over here to the side and you choose text. These options come up. I usually go for a subheading, and you can change the size and the font, etc. So click on subheading, and it appears up here. It might be a little bit down below, but it'll be somewhere on the little box. Actually, I want to show you one more thing before I go flying off there. To change the size of the font, like that is not going to work. You come up here. You can go for plus or minus. You can click on this box and different options come up. Or you can just delete this and type whatever colour you want. The size I used for my buttons was 70. So it's a good size and it's easily seen. You can also change. You click up here and get a drop down menu. Canva doesn't have every font, but it has plenty. And then we're going to download that as a PNG. So clicking up here, download, and then from the drop down menu, selecting, sorry, not PNG, JPEG. We're going to do JPEG. The reason why I'm not choosing PNG is what they call high quality, but it takes up a lot of space. Not space to the naked eye, but space in the cyber world. So basically it slows down your website. I would use a PNG for a social media post. I would always use JPEG on a website, and the quality on the website is fine. I'm saying higher quality, but again, it's not something that's visible to the naked eye. So click on JPEG, and then we're going to just download that. Just want to be sure that it's clear for you. So download, clicking on what you want, and then this disappears. Another button comes up where you can click on download. So I hope that's okay for you. We only need the buttons as a picture. Then we're going to go to WordPress or whatever site you have. I'm going to show you how to do it on WordPress, but it's fairly similar on other sites. You'll have the buttons in different places, but it should be okay to manage. So we're going to go to WordPress and we're going to create a page where clients can download and pay for their vouchers. So when you go into your WordPress admin, you come into your backend, your dashboard, and the first thing we're going to do is click over here on media and then add new. This comes up and we have an option of dropping files or selecting files. Just going to click on select file, and then we get what we have made coming up in the downloads. And we're actually going to download the voucher. The first two here, I just called them, these are the buttons: download voucher, pay and validate, gift voucher PDF, which is the one that they will actually get to print off, and then the gift voucher picture that you can show what it looks like. When you go to the library, media, and click on library, you'll see what you've uploaded. And what we need to get then is the link to give people to download the gift voucher. So the top one is the actual downloadable voucher, so it doesn't look like much here. The bottom one is the picture that you can show on your website. So we need to get the URL of the voucher. So all you do is click on the PDF here. This comes up. I usually give things a name when I'm putting them into my WordPress website. And then over here to the right hand side, you have the URL. And the quickest way there is just copy URL to clipboard, or you can just copy and paste. And that gives you the link. So there you have it ready to share with people so they can grab it and download it. Then we're going to create a new page. The page I'm going to show you is just using the basic WordPress. I haven't used Page Builder. If you have a Page Builder, you'll probably find it an awful lot easier. So what I'm going to show you is probably more difficult than if you had a page builder. So this will work for anybody. What you're going to do is going to be like this or easier. So go to Pages, and then we go to Add New. I've missed something there. You go to Pages, you go to Add New, and the page comes up. And then what we're going to do is add the media. Just clicking up here. So media would be, it's a picture, it's a video, it's whatever. Clicking on Add Media, anything you have in your library. When you click on Add Media, it shows you what you have uploaded. Is upload the buttons, because in this version that I'm doing, it's easier to work from the bottom up. But as I say, a page builder is an awful lot easier. You can put it in anywhere you want, but this will just show you the most difficult way. So everybody is covered. So I'm going to click on the buttons and they come up on your page. But then what you need to do is resize them and position. So that's one that is kind of size is okay, and this one here is Holy Mother of God, that's that. So what I'm going to do then, I'm going to grab the little buttons at the corner, little squares at the corner, and pull it in to make it the right size. And when you do that, the two buttons will align together. So you just keep jiggling with the little corners until the two buttons are side by side, like that. Then I'm going to put in some text just to explain what to do. And when you're doing it like this, it's always a good idea to be really, really clear. So don't assume that because the button says download your voucher, everyone will know that means download your voucher. I know it sounds silly, But because we're usually kind of, we're flying along and we have little goldfish memories sometimes, there's just so much information getting flowing at us all the time. I go to put in text to explain exactly what they need to do and that they have to pay for it in order for the voucher to be valid, which is really important. You don't want someone come along and then, oh, woohoo, I will download 6 vouchers and I won't pay for them. And then all of my aunties and cousins can really get a massage. I get a few myself as well, why not? So just put in something like click and pay to go to PayPal secure payment, and then click to download your voucher. I email you within a couple of hours to confirm that your voucher is validated and can be used. Please note that unvalidated vouchers cannot be honoured. You might do wording better than that, but just being crystal clear. And you'll see the PayPal payment coming in on your email, and you can just fire off a quick email. Hi John, thanks very much for your purchase of your voucher. Just to let you know that your voucher is validated. I hope that your blah blah blah. Words are not coming very well today. So then what you want to do, we want to make it possible for anyone who actually clicks on download your voucher to be able to download your voucher. So what we do is we click on the image, which is the button, and then we click on link up here. So as I say, different websites might be different, but it will be something similar. We click on the link, and then we get an option of putting in the URL. And we're going to use the one that we've copied when we created the voucher, when we downloaded the voucher onto the website. And then what we want to do is add in the picture of the actual voucher. And again, we're going to go to Add Media. Our items come up. We can click on the gift certificate picture. And then insert into page. And again, we're going to need to resize and position. So we can pull the little thingies in here, pull them out, pull them in. I wouldn't like to have a picture too big. And then you can decide whether you wanted to have it to the right, to the left, or center. I usually go for the center. Just click here. So when you click on the picture, these options will come up as well. And then what I want to do is also put in the link to download a voucher into the picture. Because even though you have a button there, and even though you have text explaining what to do, an awful lot of people just automatically click on the image. Because it's kind of like, usually images would have links. So exactly the same thing. Click on the link. This comes up, and then copy and paste the URL of the voucher, of the downloaded voucher that we downloaded earlier on. Hope that's making sense. Copy the link that we pasted, the link that we copied earlier. That'd be an easy way of explaining it. So now we have our voucher is created. It's up on the website, but we want people to be able to pay for it, don't we? Of course we do. So if you don't have a PayPal account, as far as I know, I think you have to set one up. I'm fairly sure you have to set up a PayPal account, but it's free. And it does make payments very easy. So you go to your PayPal account, and then you go to Pay and Get Paid here. When you click on Pay and Get Paid, you get all these options. And I'm going to go to the far right here and go for PayPal button. To me, that is the easiest and simplest way of doing it. When you click on that, you get these options. You get more options too. There's another option below it, but all you need to do is just click on Buy Now. Don't make anything complicated, and we don't need too much information. When you click on Buy Now, this is the screen that comes up. And you can choose different options. I usually go for Buy Now. It doesn't seem to be, the other options aren't really great. item name is for your own record, which is important because if you start doing, if you find this an easy way to get paid, you probably have loads of buttons up. So it's very handy to have the name. So Christmas voucher €50 or whatever you want to call it, so you know what it means. You put the price in here, so €50, €60, whatever you're going to charge for, and then you can change the currency. So most people watching this, of course, are going to be using euro, but you can choose US dollars, you can choose sterling, whatever suits. So I don't bother with this because I'd rather just make my own button. I just don't like the PayPal buttons, but there's nothing at all wrong with you choosing that button as well. Shipping is not relevant. Tax rate is not relevant. Email address, that will only come up if you're not logged in. I was actually working on this and PayPal logs you out after a while. So that's all you need to do. Choose your buy now option, put in the name, put in the price, and put in the currency. That's all you need to do. Then we're going to customize the voucher, and that is down at option 3 there below. So step 3, customize advanced features. And the reason I want to do that is because there's an option here of whether customers have to put in their address or not. And I know I find it very irritating if I'm putting in something for a digital, something that I'm going to download or whatever, and they're asking for my address, and I'm kind of thinking, why do they want my address? It's online. They're not coming to my house. Why do they need my address? And I know other people don't like it as well. And then you have to go through all the thing and type in your address, Anyway, so if the person is only going to download it, I would click here where it said, do you want your customer's shipping address? I would say no, because by default it's yes. If you don't go into this box, they will automatically be asked for their address. So if it's going to be just downloaded, click no. If, however, you have an option where somebody can choose to either download a voucher or have a hard copy sent to them, then I would leave it in as yes. I would ask them for their address on the email as well, but this is just a backup. And then our button is done. We're going to click on Create Button. That's it. Very straightforward. When you click on Create Button, this is what comes up. And the only thing that's relevant for us really is the link. We need a link for the button. It comes up by default as the website option. So basically, if you clicked this, if you copied all this and just put this code into your website, you would get a button like that. But I'd rather have my own button and have a link attached to the button. I'm going to show you that. So I'm going to make this code shorter. It doesn't make much difference. It's just, people don't see it, but I just like to have a shorter code. So I'm going to click on email. So you have website and email. I'm going to click on email. Then I get a shorter link. And all I'm going to do is copy and paste that. Or there's a little option down below that to copy the URL. And that is the button made. And the link is made. So I'm going back to the website where we had the buttons. And on this one, pay and validate, I'm going to click on the image, and then I'm going to click on the link. And then I'm going to paste in the PayPal link that we have just created. And that is more or less done. So that means then the people can go to the website, see your picture of your voucher, see your buttons, click to download and click to pay. And it is so handy, and especially around Christmas and other kind of holidays, particularly Christmas, it's a great way of increasing your income, and you're really helping people out as well. And now what I'm going to show you is how to put downloadable vouchers on your newsletters. So you're sending out newsletters, and you can send out a newsletter about your vouchers. hey folks, got these fantastic vouchers and here's your different options. You can have all different types of vouchers, like your deluxe voucher, if you have, what I would do is I would have different vouchers for different prices, and different prices would have different options. So €60 would be a holistic massage, or an Indian head massage, or Reiki, or whatever. And then if you're going to do a deluxe treatment or a 90-minute melt treatment or something like that, you could have your 90 minutes. So what could be good actually would be to have 3 different options, like maybe a 45 price range with whatever you have in your 45 price range, a 60 or 50, and then a 90. And you can do more as well. So anyway, I'm digressing as usual. So now I'm going to show you how to attach these to your newsletters. So what you could do, as I say, is have a whole newsletter about your vouchers, or you can just have at the bottom of your normal newsletter. So you might be sharing some tips. Here's a great tip for kind of staying healthy over Christmas. Okay, that's pathetic. You can do much better than that. And then at the end of your newsletter, and if you want to, if you need a voucher for a friend or loved one, I have some fantastic options for you, and you can click here. Obviously better wording than that, but so what I'm going to show you is how to add a voucher to a MailChimp newsletter. Other newsletters are going to be fairly similar. Again, the buttons are in slightly different places, like MailerLite, etc. But this is, I presume, most people who have newsletters are on MailChimp because it's free and it's perfectly fine, and why is one anything else? So I'm in the section to create a newsletter. And if you are saying, how do you get there? How do you do a newsletter? I have a separate class, or a couple of classes about newsletters, that walks you through exactly how to set it up and how to do all kinds of bits and pieces on it. So have a look at that if you're stuck, and if you still need help, come into the group and let me know. So when you're doing your newsletter, this is what comes up, and you type in here and then it changes over there. So click download to access your voucher, then pay to validate it. Obviously you'd have more words before that. And then what I'm going to do, did I go too fast? Yes. So I've put in some text, and then I want to put in an image. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to click on the image. And then as before, we get the list of what we have created coming up. This is it from your download section in your website, no, computer. So I'm going to click here on the gift voucher JPEG, which is the picture of the gift voucher. Then this is what comes up. These are the pictures you will have uploaded in MailChimp. And then I'm going to click on the image. And then this comes up. So you can put the link in. So what the link I would put, I just put in my website there because it just was handy. But I would put in the link from the downloadable voucher on your website. So they can click on that picture and the voucher is downloaded. I would also click open in a new window, because it means when they click to download, the newsletter doesn't close down. So they have their voucher downloading in one window, or the voucher that they can download on one window, and then they have the newsletter still open. Really important, the sizes. If you leave the sizes as they are, it will be a humongous picture, and it'll be so big you won't be able to see anything else. So change the image width to 564, and that will make the picture a reasonable size. I'm going to show you the newsletter at the end of this. You can play around with this as well and see what works for you, but I just changed that and left this the same. So image width 564, and then when you've done all that, change your width, put in your link, click open a new window, and then save and insert image. And just to show you where you actually get that link, on your website, in your library, you click on the voucher PDF, and then the URL of the voucher comes up. You can just click to add to clipboard and then add the link into here. And then we save, click save and close. MailChimp kind of, prompts you whenever, it's fairly good for kind of showing you what to do. And once we have clicked save and close, we get other options of blocks, etc., that you can add to your newsletter. So what I'm going to do here is use the button, and you can just drag the button, click and drag to below the image. Can't kind of, it's hidden there behind the text, but the button is there. And then you can put in a link on the button. And the link on the button, I would put to PayPal. So they click the voucher to download the voucher, they click the button to pay. And I would have the text explaining. Click the image to download the voucher. Click the validate button to go to PayPal, pay and validate your voucher. And also the fact that you will email them when the voucher is validated, etc., etc. So people know exactly what's going to happen, because there's nothing more disconcerting than kind of paying for something and then kind of saying, oh, what happens now? How do I know? Can I use this? Is my money disappeared? Has it gone into cyberspace? So always tell people exactly what's going to happen. So I'll get the email, I'll confirm that your voucher is validated within a couple of hours. Now, I'm saying a couple of hours, that would be, I would be kind of keeping an eye on my email for payments coming in. But I say a couple of hours in case somebody pays at, like, midnight when you're in bed, or 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that. Because you wouldn't have people from different parts of the world, but just people can buy it at any time, and just they know exactly what to expect. So that is the content of the button. And when you add the button, this automatically comes up. And then we're going to change the style of the button. And the main thing I'll be looking at here will be the color. So you can choose some different colors here, or you can add a hex code. So it could be a hex code from your website. So again, as I say, if you're stuck with hex codes, let me know. I can pop up a short video and show you. So you choose your color. You can change the font as well if you want to. And then you just click on save and close. And you can play around with different things with your buttons. And then this is what you get. Now, obviously, you're going to have more words, etc. But basically, this is what you get. I've just used the plain text kind of email, but you can choose different templates as well, etc. But this is basically what people are going to get. So they know they need to click on the image to download the voucher, and they can click on the button to pay and validate. So you could have, as I say, all your information, tips, etc. on top, and then this could be at the bottom of every newsletter going out from now until Christmas Eve. And I would definitely send an email around Christmas Eve, maybe a couple of days beforehand, just let you know if you need a present. I have beautiful vouchers, etc., 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 that are great for, etc., etc. And here you go. And especially coming towards Christmas, you'll be surprised. You'll probably find that your voucher sales mightn't be that quick just now. There'll be a few people who are very organised, and most of us are probably thinking, oh yeah, I must get, that's miles away. And then suddenly Christmas goes from being, oh, it's 2 months away, to, oh crap, it's tomorrow. That's what happens to me anyway. And that's it. So I hope you find that really helpful. Do come into the group and let me know if you're stuck at all. And I'm happy to explain anything you need explained, or put up an extra video for you, or whatever you need. So thanks a million for coming along, and I will talk to you soon. Have a